It's time for my Android journey, and this week it's brought to you by Tina Sohl.
This is a message about my Android experience. I have been using Android since 2010, around November of that year. And at the time, my carrier was not carrying the iPhone, which I had heard about in terms of accessibility. And I had heard about Android. And so I was able to upgrade and picked out the Samsung Transform. That was the phone I was able to get, and it was running Android 2.2. And I found it pretty easy to use for its day, pretty accessible. And at the time, I also had a Braille note, and I got my phone in early November, and then I went on a trip a few weeks later, and I noticed by that time, in just a few weeks, I took the Braille note and was using it less and less for my personal use and using my phone more. And I had that phone for several years. Actually, I went through a couple of them. Well, anyway, I had the Transforms from 2010 to 2015. And so it stopped at 2.3. So I had 2.3 all that time. And I used mobile accessibility for what it was able to offer me and some other apps and things. And then in 2015, I upgraded to the S6. And that was quite the jump. And I just spent a few days playing with it and really came to like it, and found the touch screen to not be all that difficult to use like I had sort of pictured it being. And I had that for a few years. And I think in 2018 I got an S8 in 2018, and had that for a year. And then in 2019, I got the S10 when it came out. Within a few weeks, I got it, and that's still what I have today, and haven't decided what my next move is going to be, or if I'm just going to hang out with what I have for a while, since I don't have to upgrade at this time. The phone is doing what I need and working fine for me. But I've just always enjoyed Android, enjoyed the fact that you could just plug in the device and play, and it does everything I need. And for me, I don't have any reason or desire to switch to Apple, even though I've had people ask me about doing that and suggest that I do so. But that's a lot financially for some people, and it just isn't something that I am able or willing to do. So yeah, I am very happy at this time with Android, and just amazed at the accessibility, especially going from 2.3 like I did to Android 5. When I went into the store that day, I said, if it's not running at least Android 5, I don't even want to see it. So I just wanted to conclude by saying I have very much enjoyed Android over it'll be 11 years this fall that I've used it. And I went from the Samsung Transform Ultra in 2015. I think it was 2015, to the S6. And then in 2019, or at some point, I think I had an S8 at some point. And then in 2019, I went to the S10, and have had that since then. I got it a few weeks after it launched. I was going to get it on the day of launch, but that fell through, so I got it a few weeks later. And I am leaning toward keeping this device for maybe another year, or we'll see when it gets Android 12 and security updates and stuff. But I'm thinking now about getting a smartwatch for a fitness tracker and some other things that those can do. But I have just really enjoyed Android, and I am thankful for its affordability and that it's on all carriers, and that you can plug and play with the devices. You don't have to have anything special to connect them, no special software or anything like that. I've found for myself that for me, productivity works well. I can, especially on the phone, I can work with Google Docs and the calendar, and same with Word. So some of those things can kind of go across devices. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't at this point. I don't plan to change platforms at this point. And I encourage people when I can to try Android, or if they're newly blind, or if they're just looking into smartphones or something, I encourage them to look at all options, and I make sure they are aware that there is an option besides the big one that so many people just gravitate toward, or maybe that's all they know about. So I have been very happy with it, and I hope that we have Android long into the future.